In a forgotten archive, Dr. Alara Reynolds navigates through towering shelves, the air heavy with the scent of aged paper and dust. Her ambition leads her to a locked metal box labeled Classified. With growing curiosity, she pries it open, revealing the red file. In the sterile therapy room, Alara and Mark confront the shadows of his past, the air thick with unspoken tension. As Alara guides Mark through the red file, fragmented memories flicker across his face, blurring the line between reality and the past. A raw, cathartic breakthrough rips through Mark, leaving him trembling and exposed as Alara watches with concern. In the dim quiet of her apartment, Alara pores over notes from the red file, the weight of her obsession heavy in the air. Memories of intense emotional breakthroughs and unsettling side effects flood her mind, casting shadows of doubt. A growing unease grips Alara as she begins to question the file's true nature. In the dimly lit lecture hall, Dr. Alara Reynolds addresses the skeptical students. Her voice resonates with urgency as she speaks of forbidden knowledge. There are whispers in the psychological community, rumors of the red file, a method so potent it was buried. A student scoffs, dismissing the idea as a mere urban legend. In the stark, fluorescent-lit room, a young soldier sits rigidly, his face a canvas of trauma. Across from him, the psychologist opens the red file, its worn cover hinting at dark secrets. The soldier cries out, "It's too much! Make it stop!" As the memory erasure takes hold, his brow slick with sweat and hands trembling. Amidst a sea of books and papers, Alara pores over a fragment of the red file, her face illuminated by the cold light of her computer. Her brow furrows, a storm of captivation and unease brewing within as she deciphers the complex method. The chilling implications of the text dawn on her. What have I found? In the heart of a forgotten archive, Anna, a lone researcher, perseveres through the dimly lit stacks, driven by an insatiable thirst for truth. The scent of aged paper fills the heavy air as Anna stumbles upon a hidden compartment, its secret contents beckoning. Labeled the red file, a tattered folder reveals fragmented notes and disturbing case studies, whispering tales of secrets long buried. In the dimly lit, soundproofed room, Anna pores over the red file, her brow furrowed in concentration. Mark sits rigidly across from her, his body suddenly convulsing as a primal scream tears from his throat. Truths they didn't even know they were hiding! Despite being visibly shaken, Anna remains focused, her determination hardening her resolve. Inside the sterile government facility, high-ranking officials gather, the weight of unspoken dread palpable. At the head of the table, the director's stern gaze sweeps across the room, a storm brewing beneath his controlled facade. The director's fist slams on the table, the sound echoing like a thunderclap. To the establishment, this wasn't therapy, this was chaos. Human behavior is influenced by emotional levers, including fear, desire, guilt, and belonging. These emotional levers are fundamental drivers that can consciously or unconsciously manipulate actions. Understanding these emotional levers is crucial to understanding the psychology of control. Mirroring, reflecting another's emotions, is a manipulation technique used to build trust. Weaponizing silence involves withholding words to force the other party to speak, creating an imbalance of power. Fear is a potent manipulation lever, breaking down defenses and making individuals vulnerable to suggestion. The ability to manipulate psychological levers presents significant ethical concerns. Psychological manipulation can be used therapeutically or exploited to erase free will and dominate individuals. The potential for abuse necessitates careful consideration and regulation of such powerful techniques. Amid towering shelves of aged documents, Dr. Emil stands in the dim light, the scent of decaying paper filling the air. He discovers the red file, detailing experimental techniques to rebuild shattered soldiers. In the heart of a city bracing for war, a young psychiatrist delves into forbidden knowledge, seeking to mend the minds broken by conflict. In the heart of the university library, towering bookshelves cast long shadows, enveloping Mark in a world of aged knowledge and veiled secrets. Hours dissolve into a blur of rustling pages and hushed city sounds, as Mark becomes increasingly consumed by the cryptic text. Driven by a growing obsession, Mark begins to see his classmates as subjects, subtly testing the boundaries of manipulation and control. In the heart of Silicon Valley, the corporate executive sits, a master of manipulation and cold calculation. The corporate executive is cold and manipulative, a master of the red file principles. The narrator's words hang in the air, a stark judgment. He has sacrificed his humanity for success. The red file has dehumanizing effects. The narrator's bleak assessment underscores his tragic isolation. The surface mask is the external persona presented to the world. This external persona is a fragile layer, susceptible to pressure, silence, or logical contradictions. Subtle contradictions of core beliefs can weaken the surface mask, exposing deeper layers. The emotional core comprises primal emotions such as fear, desire, anger, and shame. These core emotions significantly influence decision-making processes. Amplifying fear, while providing a sense of safety, allows for control over the emotional core. The hidden self encompasses repressed secrets, regrets, and forbidden desires, resisting exposure while simultaneously craving release. Repetition and suggestion can bring the hidden self into conscious awareness. Exposure of the hidden self can lead to confession, vulnerability, and even devotion, unlocking powerful influence. In the sterile observation room, Dr. Anna Reed watches from behind the one-way mirror. Mark Jennings, trapped in the collapse phase, struggles with disorientation and distress. Anna's voice echoes, narrating the psychological dismantling. The subject is stripped of defenses, silence, contradiction, relentless exposure to their own hidden fears. Mark sits across from Anna, sweat glistening on his brow as he enters the painful, opening phase. He confesses secrets and shames, his voice raw with emotion. Anna listens, her expression unreadable as she meticulously takes notes. The rehabilitation center is bathed in sunlight, revealing a sterile, yet hopeful space where Mark moves with newfound confidence. He skillfully completes a complex task, a testament to his progress, yet a subtle detachment clouds his eyes. From a distance, Anna watches, her expression a mask of doubt as a voice echoes. Through suggestion, repetition, the subject is rewritten. They walk away thinking the changes were their own idea, but really, they were programmed. In the sterile laboratory, scientists crowd around a screen, their faces illuminated by the cold glow of complex algorithms. Dr. Eris Thorne, eyes burning with intensity, breaks the silence. Tonight, we test the red file on a live subject. He continues, his voice a stark warning. Remember, observe, record, and do not engage emotionally. Weeks later, Dr. Thorne sits alone, lost in a sea of files, his disheveled appearance mirroring his inner turmoil. His obsession intensifies as he runs simulations, his colleagues and family now haunting his research. A sinister glint sparks in Dr. Thorne's eyes as he picks up the phone, muttering, "Just to see if the formula holds true." Months later, Dr. Thorne sits in the darkness of his disheveled apartment, paranoia twisting his features. Clutching the red file manual, he mutters, "They're using it on me. I can feel it." A sudden noise shatters the silence. Dr. Thorne grabs a weapon, his eyes wide with terror as he shouts, "Who's there? Show yourself!"